What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today, the Halloween Shanks has been data downloaded into the game. So we knew this was already coming. When we had the initial data download for Law and Mihawk and their batch, the icons for Shanks and Beckman and also Yasop were already in the game. We just had to wait for the data download for the full-on banner. Now we can see here, this banner actually is going to be going live on February 6th at 1900 PST time. Now this banner is... Okay, there are a couple things we need to talk about really quick, because we were all expecting this Kizuna clash coming up with Shanks. You know, we all knew it was coming, but we were expecting it to be a co-op Kizuna clash. Now, weirdly enough, it doesn't look to be the case. You can see, like, on the icon of the Sugo Fest, it says Kizuna Clash, Class Pickup Sugo Fest, Part 1. There's a Part 2 with lore on it. But it doesn't say co-op Kizuna Clash. Also, something that someone pointed out as well to me, if you go to the event, which is like Extra Island, there's no island to farm tokens, like what they usually have for a co-op Kizuna Clash. So, judging from all of this evidence, it doesn't look like it's going to be a co-op Kizuna Clash, unfortunately. Now, I'm not really sure why they're doing that. It's very strange, because we were all expecting it to be the case here. One big thing about that is that it actually means that we get way less rewards, because that's the big thing about co-op Kizuna clashes, is you'll have 10,000, 20,000 plus tickets, and you can use that on the box 7, of course, and just farm up so many amounts of cotton candy, tablets, support medals, and that's just taken away from us this time around. Now, maybe they're going to mitigate that by giving us insane rewards on box 7. Maybe that'll be the case. But maybe they'll make all of the new rare recruits like huge ticket boosters, so we get a lot of tickets. I don't know how they're going to do it, because so far this seems underwhelming. I don't like the fact it's not a co-op Kizuna Clash, because number one, the rewards are way better on a co-op Kizuna Clash, and obviously the community rewards that go alongside that too. Oh, dude, like, we're missing out on a lot of extra shit here. And also, number two is it's just fun having to, you know, talk with your teammates and, you know, build teams with each other. And I was really expecting that to be the case, and we're not getting it this time around. So, personally, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed that it's not a co-op Kizuna Clash, but hey, there's nothing we can do about it. It's already in the game now. We can't fix it. They can't just magically, you know, turn it into a co-op Kizuna Clash, because they have to host a website, and they have to have teams dedicated to managing the actual event, and obviously they can't, they're not going to do it this time around. So, that's that. So, yeah, anyways, it introduces a brand new Shanks legend, by the way, in case you didn't realize, but we'll get to that in just a moment, because first of all, there is actually a free multi-pull. Now, this is kind of weird, because we were expecting this to come out with Law and Mihawk, and they decided to wait, and then wait for the Shanks Sugo Fest, and now they're bringing it out with Shanks. So now you have a Sugo Fest where you could pull all three of them, potentially, and, you know, up until February 13th is when this banner is going to be ending, right? So I would guess that the Treasure Map Sugo Fest is going to be starting on that date when the Kizuna ends. So the Sweet Costume Party campaign, you get a free rare recruit pool, 10+1 rare recruit pool. This is your big chance to recruit the costumed Sugo Fest exclusive Shanks, Law, or Mihawk. Also, the other costumed or Valentine-themed characters will be back. Oh, right, because we're actually very close to Valentine's Day here on Global. So that, no, on Global, I say on Global, but Valentine's Day in general, which is why I guess they're gonna bring in Valentine's Day characters for Halloween celebration. I suppose, whatever, it is what it is. 4-star or better. You can actually pull the Beckman and also the Yasop as well. That's nice. Khalifa Bato, Perona, VV, and then the new Manchurian Margaret, which we never got, okay? Treasure Map, Perona, Rayleigh, and Moria, and also the Boa Hancock as well. I actually don't have the Boa Hancock unit. She's not that good, though, but it's Boa Hancock, right? And Miss Valentine. Okay. Yeah, seems pretty stock standard, free multi-pull, it is what it is. But the big thing is here, we got the Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest with Shanks. Now, the fact that it is not a co-op Kizuna Clash, again, we have to wait and see what the rewards are going to be like, but I think a lot of people are going to just not pull now, or they're going to do way less pulls than they were planning to do. So, I think the fact that they're not making it a co-op Kizuna Clash really actually hurts financially for Bandai, honestly. Because, yeah, there's still going to be people that are going to be pulling. I'm still going to be doing a few multi-pulls here and there. But if they did make it a co-op Kizuna Clash, people would go to the guaranteed step to get this Shanks. Well, at least I assume there's a guaranteed step. There better be. That would be pretty weird if there wasn't. So let's jump into the Sugo Fest, and then we'll also talk about all the new characters as well. So let's jump into it. So, the first multi-pull is discounted at 30 gems. Love to see it. The second multi, Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest only character. Okay, so it's fine. You know, you can either pull the Yasop, the Beckman, or like any other Kizuna Clash Rare Recruit unit. Okay, that's whatever. That's okay. Multi 3 is a guaranteed legend. Cool, that's nice. Well, yeah, actually, that's actually really good, because typically they don't do that nowadays. You know, typically it's like, you know, 5 multis for the first legend. So that's interesting. And plus, yeah, I would have thought by now that, you know, guaranteed, like, you know, Beckman, Yasop, or Shanks. I thought that would have been probably step 3. Maybe it's step 5. Multi 4 is discounted at 1 rainbow gem. Love to see it. And then multi 5 is new character. Okay, that makes sense, right? So multi 5, you're guaranteed to get Yasop, Beckman, or if you get a red, it's the new Shanks, right? On multi 5. So I guess that makes sense. It mitigates it a little bit. I'm going to go past that one. Multi 7 is another co-op Kizuna Clash. Not a co-op Kizuna Clash. It's not a co-op Kizuna Clash. Another Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest character. Cool. Multi 8 is discounted at 1. Another legend. Multi 10 is another new character. Okay, so they're not just saying, you know, outright guaranteed Beckman, guaranteed Yasop. It's just you could go to 10 multis and get 2 of the same unit. So I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is, I suppose. A new character. Still, it's another chance for Shanks, right? Another chance for Shanks. Number 11 is another special character. Okay, so I assume the Halloween units and the Valentine's units are going to be on here as well. I assume so. Multi 12 is another 1 rainbow gem multi, another legend. 14 is a special character. And whoa, 15? Whoa. 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 Whoa, dude, this is massive bait. Holy. Yo, all I'm saying is that if the anniversary does something like this, I would be a very, very happy chappy. 15! That is shocking. Shocking in a good way, by the way, because that is really, really cheap in comparison to other Sugo Fest that we've had. You know, even just like Law and Mihawk, you had to go to 20 to get those guys. I know, I went there. But 15? That's pretty good, honestly. So how many gems multi is that? You lose 20 there, plus 50, 50, 150, and 20. Okay. Yeah, it's 150 and 20, so it's 170 minus 15 times 5. It's not really that much. I'm actually going to calc it. Okay, so it's 583 gems to get guaranteed Shanks. That's pretty good, honestly. That is pretty good. I mean, it's almost like, yeah, because you get nearly 3 of those multis are for free. So if we hypothetically say that it's a free multi because it's a 1 gem multi, it pretty much is a free multi. It's almost like 11, like just a little over 11 multis. 11 to 12 multis if you count, you know, the 30 gems. So that's pretty good, man. To get guaranteed Shanks, that is not bad. That is really not bad. Do I think it's worth it? Well, let's go ahead and talk about the characters that are coming in this Sugo Fest. Let's discuss what they're all about. So let's talk about Yasop first. Yasop is an int shooter cerebral. Okay, more shooter support, love to see it. Shooter captain, okay. Special ability though, 14 turns, reduces special charge time by 2 turns, reduces crew's bind and despair by 5. And all enemies defense up by 5 as well. That's a good special. That's a really good special. I sincerely hope he has special reverse reduction as a sailor effect, and he does by 2 turns, and also resists special bind by 5 turns. That is actually very good. He doesn't even remove special bind, and he just resists special bind. So Yasop also has barrier penetration, which is cool, you know, whatever it is. Slot bind by 5, pretty stock standard. Support effect, okay, attaches to Shanks, Beckman, or Lucky Roo. Once per the quest, if you use a special, reduces bind and despair by 2. Holy crap, dude. And you know what's so good about this is that you... Oh, no, I was going to say you can attach it to Shanks' crew, but I'm pretty sure Yasop is in the artwork for Shanks' crew. It's like Beckman, Yasop, and Lucky Roo are all in the artwork, right? So, damn, that would have been really broken to have this attached to Shanks' crew. That's actually really annoying that Shanks' crew is like that. Damn, dude. But I guess any other Shanks or any other Beckman, there's not really too many other good Beckman, but this could attach to, you know, treasure map Shanks Ben Beckman. And there's no good Lucky Roos in the game. They really should make a new Lucky Roo character because there is just like no good ones. Okay, he's actually pretty good. And then there's his sprite as well, Mr. Yasop. Flexing on him. All right, let's jump into Ben Beckerman. He's an int striker cerebral. Okay, striker captain, special on 12 turns, reduces the duration of barriers by 1, reduces chain lock and chain coefficient reduction by 5, and then a 2 times orb boost for 1 turn. Okay, that's also pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I like Yasop a bit better. 1 turn of barrier, chain lock, chain coefficient reduction by 5, and then 2 times orb boost. He's okay. I think Yasop is better, honestly. I mean, it depends what his support effect does. So he has stat boosting 1, and size slots are going to be matching if your captain is striker or cerebral. That's pretty good. And then barrier penetration and also slot bind. I like it. I like it. Now his support attaches to Shanks, Lucky Root, or Yasop. Once per quest, if you're inflicted with chain lock or chain coefficient reduction, reduce it by 3 turns. Okay, that's pretty good. That's also really good. I mean, it's very similar to like, Legend Cracker, for example, with his support effect, but the thing is he actually gives you a chain boost on top of removing the debuff as well, which is even better. But, it's not too bad. He's okay. That works pretty cool for Beckman as well. But let's get to the meat and potatoes, which is going to be Halloween Shanks. So, Halloween Shanks is a super type legend, by the way. Another int super type legend. Artwork looks very, very cool. He is an int slasher cerebral. Now, his captain effect is going to be boosting int character's attack, depending on your timing of your previous attack. So it's between 4 and 5 times. This is very similar to CatDog, very similar to version 1 Mihawk. So if you hit a perfect, your next attack will be a 5 times boost. If you hit a great, it'll be a 4.5, and then if you hit a good or a miss, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 4 times multiplier. So that's pretty good. Just consistently hit your perfect. Even if you do miss your perfect in the middle of your chain, as long as you hit it perfect, the next character after that will have a 5 times multiplier. So he's actually pretty good. So he also will still go ahead and boost all other characters' attack by 3.75. So this is the first int super type legend in the game that is a rainbow captain as well, because we always have those types of characters that are not only going to go ahead and boost their color, but also, they still boost everyone else, and this guy now does that. Now, he also gives everyone a 1.3 HP boost, and you heal 0.5 times his recovery for every perfect that you hit. This is a great captain effect. Like, honestly, just captain effect alone, very impressive. I like it a lot. It's very, very impressive. Let's talk about his super type, though. His super type, you need to have a certain character on your team. So you got Luffy, Mihawk, Beckman, Yasop, and Lucky Roo. Now, I will admit, this is actually kind of difficult in order to proc, because Luffy's not too bad, but having to shoe in a Luffy in every team does kind of suck. Dracula Mihawk, if you got Halloween Mihawk, if you've got version 1 Mihawk, you can still use him. But Mihawk is okay, I suppose. But then you got Ben Beckman, Yasop, and Lucky Roo. And the problem with them is there's basically no good versions of those characters aside from the Halloween batch. And you're not going to need the Halloween batch every single piece of content, right? So that's kind of annoying. And his super type special changes block, recovery, tandem bomb, and empty slots into matching. So that's great orb manipulation there. And then sets all enemies' defense to 0 for 3 turns. That is so good. And then also changes int characters to super int. I like that a lot. His super type special is really, really good. The only real problem that I see with this character, which you guys probably don't know yet if you don't know what this character does, is his special. Because his special doesn't make a lot of sense with the rest of the abilities that you've seen thus far. So let's get to his special. 12 turn cooldown. Doubles the color affinity of cerebrals and slashers for 3 turns. And then if 4 or more int characters are in your crew, you get a 1.0 chain boost for 3 turns. Now, that is a good special, right? But it's so weird that he is an int super type character, but doesn't boost the color affinity of int characters. He boosts the color affinity of slashers and cerebrals. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. Honestly speaking, this should be very similar to like Kozuki Odin, for example. With Odin's special, he boosts the orbs of Strength, Slasher, and Free Spirit. This character should have been color affinity for int, cerebral, and slasher. Would have been so much better, because the chain boost, yeah, is fine. If you need 4 more int characters to get his chain boost. I mean, if you're going to be using him as a captain, you're going to be using 4 more int characters on your team. But I guess, this opens up more possibilities for him to be used as a sub on slashers or cerebral teams. But even still, like, why not just allow him to boost the color affinity of int characters as well? I don't understand the ideology around this. It's very bizarre. Do I think it's bad? No, but I just think it's weird. One very small change, and this character would be used a lot more than he is currently on Japan, because this character basically doesn't see much play on Japan right now. Let's have a look at his crewmate effects. 100 base stat boost to everyone, that's good, and then everyone's int slots are matching as well. I mean, that is actually really useful as a sub. Okay, now as for his potential abilities, barrier penetration, pretty stock standard for the Halloween units. We've got pinch healing. which is actually is really good because every time he's a captain and you hit a perfect, you get recovery back, and now if you're below a certain threshold, you get recovery back from his captain, but also from pinch healing. Very, very nice. And he also has recovery button resistance, which actually kind of makes sense with the kit. There we go. The first legend in like so long that doesn't have slot bind. There you go. He's going to be very, very easy to rainbow because a lot of people have barrier penetration, pinch healing, and recovery bind. Not too many people have been using them recently, unless if you're rainbowing other characters, but yeah, that's nice. No slot bind is kind of nice. Okay, let's have a look at his as a support effect. So it attaches to Luffy as well. Wow, okay, or Mihawk, Beckman, Lucky Root, or Yasop. Once per quest, if the enemy changes your slots around, changes Cerebral and Slashy character slots to int at the start of the... Why? Why is it centered around Cerebrals and Slashes as a super type character? It doesn't make sense, bro. It's so stupid. I don't like it. I really don't. Like, all these support effects that are basically like, oh, whenever the enemy changes your slots around, change him to something else. Those type of supports don't see that much play because there's a lot of content that shuffles your orbs around on, like, the first preemptive of the whole fight. And if that happens, then the support procs not when you want it to. So it's kind of annoying. So I'm not a big fan of this. Honestly, it would have been better if it was, like, when the support character uses their special, changes Cerebral and Slasher characters' slots to int. That would have been so much cooler if that was the case. But the fact is that you have to wait for the enemy to do it to you. So I don't know how much this is going to see play, but it's interesting nonetheless. And he's got the good stuff in Rumble. I love the sprite for this Shanks, by the way. So in Rumble, let's have a look at his special. 30-second CT. Enemies in a large range frontal for 2 times his attack, and then 4 enemies are inflicted with action bind for 6 seconds with a 70% chance of activating. Yeah, look, that is very impressive. That's a very good special, because not only are you doing a lot of damage, but you also are going to pretty much ruin their team by action binding them for 6 seconds. Obviously, what's his face? You know, Odin and Roger, they kind of just reflect it. Well, I don't know what Odin reflects. I know he resists 2 of them, but Roger specifically gets rid of like everything. He basically can't be touched. But, still, good special. So in Rumble, his ability is all enemies get miss % chance up level 3. That's interesting. Psi-type enemies will get level 5 attack down. Okay, for the first 40 seconds, int characters get level 8 attack. Wow, okay. I mean, the attack boost to you... I wish that the attack down to the enemy... Actually, do I? No, I don't know. I know, because like only having level 8 attack... Level 8 attack is huge, by the way, but only for the first 40 seconds. That's a little annoying. But making, like, just debuffing Psi is really good. You know, debuffing their attack is nice because the more attack they have, obviously, the more damage they do. So you're going to be nerfing characters like V3 Law, Kizaru, Roger. That's pretty good. And also you give them level 3 miss % chance up as well. Like, it's a pretty good special. I mean, passive, right? Pretty good passive. He completely evades action bind himself as well, which is nice. And he just does a lot of damage. Yeah, so I think Shanks is honestly really good. He'll definitely see play in Pirate Rumble. I think he's really, really solid. And just overall, I think he's a good character. But look, the real question is it worth going to 15 multis to get this Shanks? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. If you're the type of player that already has, like, even just one of the other int super types, you don't need Shanks, by the way. You just don't. If you don't have any of the int super types, maybe you may be enticed by this Suguro Fest. I think the Yasop and the Beckman are actually not too bad either. They're pretty decent units. But as I said, you know, if you've already got Law or Mihawk or Blackbeard or Katakuri, you can just leech off of them. It's not that bad. I mean, obviously, Shanks doesn't give color affinity to Katakuri because he is not a Cerebral or a Slasher unit. I mean, neither is Blackbeard either. But even still, if you've got any of those other int super types, you can really leech off of this guy well. So the Kizuna clash won't be as difficult if you have one of those other int super types, specifically Law or Mihawk already. So, I mean, that's my opinion on it. I don't think it's really worth it. You should probably wait for the anniversary, which is going to be at the end of February. That's what I really suggest you guys do. I don't really see much of a reason to pull here. But look, if you're a fan of Shanks, go for it. But all I'm saying is you're probably going to save the anniversary because the anniversary characters are much more hype compared to Shanks. And they just see more play in general compared to what Shanks does on JP. But anyways, it is your opinion in the end of the day, but I'm just giving you guys advice. I don't think it's really worth pulling. I still will be pulling. I'm pulling, so you guys don't have to. I think I'll be doing 5 multis. I think I'll do 5, and I'm definitely not going to go to 20. I'm not going to 15. That's a little silly, but I guess we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for watching the video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.